Grand Rising, or Grand Evening, whatever time it is for you. I'm going to try to make this video fairly quick and stick to the point. I know that I made a video yesterday talking about how more and more people are going to become more aware. Well, my steps are often guided, and last night I was guided to some new information in reference to my situation and the grave injustice in the laundry list of federal crimes that have been committed against me and my children. I now understand what is happening here in Kansas and why. So, I'm a victim of probate trust fraud. This is something that occurs when a ancestor you've been added to either a trust, or there are some type of royalties, whether that be mineral interest or oil royalties, or land assets that have been set aside and allocated for you from an ancestor that you are supposed to receive at a certain age. Oftentimes there'll be certain requirements that you need to meet in order to receive this. Now, when it comes to mineral and oil, anything with minerals or oils and royalties, that's going to be a significant amount of money. So, if you are someone who's a victim of probate trust fraud, these are some experiences that you might have. I'm going to share my own and what happened to me and my children. And until this level of corruption and the individuals who are engaging in this type of crime, there's some oversight and these criminals are brought to justice and held accountable, I'm sure there will be many other victims that have this experience. Here in Kansas, it's actually not unheard of for officials, court officials, law enforcement, and certain community individuals to be involved in probate trust fraud. And so if you're a victim of this, you might have been targeted and trafficked by individuals who are connected to the individuals that want you to be destabilized and want to steal from you. Oftentimes you might be entrapped with a relationship scamming type thing so that they can gain access to your personal information, and then they might try to unalive you. With me, it was through poisoning, which did not work, and so then there's often either false marriages or an attempt to get a false power of attorney over you by the individuals that engage in this type of corruption and fraud. And so what they'll do is they will target you, they will get you fired from your jobs, they will start a smear campaign to change the way that you're viewed in the public eye. They will orchestrate events to attempt to criminally entrap you and to paint you in a negative light or an unstable light. They might hack or clone your device in order to, again, gain access to your information, but also so that they can forge certain documents and paperwork that they're going to need in order to rob you. So just to backtrack a little bit, I was illegally adopted in familial type trafficking situation. I found this out by doing a genealogy and DNA test. the family in question here in Kansas that targeted me and has paid people off are the Millers. I was never notified about being left anything, and I was already in the hands of traffickers and people who are involved in this type of corruption, theft, and fraud. And so I was never made aware of being left any assets. In my situation, they orchestrated an event to entrap me and to unjustly take my children away from me. They have been utilizing my children as coercion pawns to first silence me and now just to punish me. When I escaped and fled from my trafficker, they actually completely cut my contact with my children off, and they have been attempting to diagnose me in court, even though I've had several mental health assessments that say I'm golden. They have been trying to coerce me into getting a psychological evaluation with a specific person done. My guess is probably because they are trying to get some type of power of attorney in order to steal what was left to me or access a certain trust or account. They will try to, another thing they might do is completely obliterate your credit score and credit report. In my case, my identity was stolen. There were several fraudulent loans and credit cards taken out using my information, which wrecked my credit, like irrevocably wrecked my credit. They do this in order to make you look financially irresponsible, so that on paper, when they go to court, this court case that you know nothing about and you won't be no one will tell you is transpiring, and you won't receive any mail because you're being trafficked. So your mail's being rerouted, or your traffickers are receiving the mail, not you. Or the family members who have paid these individuals to target you are receiving the mail and you are not. They will blacklist you and block your ability to work, so that, again, in order to fit the narrative that you are, one, not financially responsible, that you are not independent, and that you are some horrible, diabolical person who can't take care of yourself and who is severely mentally ill. This, as diabolical as it sounds, this is something that people actually go through. I cried for a really long time last night. I just needed to feel through. I cried for my children because they're so innocent, and these black holes, these people who do these things, who target and enact these things on others, they don't have any empathy. They don't. Their only vested interest is the money. They're possessed by greed, and they didn't view me or my children as human beings. Any of my friends, lovers, family members who accepted bribes or gifts, to do what they did against me, thank you for showing me what the price of what my life and my children's life and our livelihood is worth to you. So I appreciate that information. I'm going to take a little bit of break to process, and I have steps that I'm going to take to rectify this situation so it doesn't happen to anyone again. I'm sending y'all so much love to the universe and beyond. If you resonate with what I shared, I suggest that you try to see if you were potentially left any type of property or assets, because you might be a victim of probate trust fraud. Bye.